Whether you've installed a new Watersmart landscape or you're just looking for ideas on how to conserve water in your existing landscape, here's some tips that will help you make an immediate impact on your landscape water use.
A landscape is made up of living organisms, both above the ground and below it. Caring for this living soil on a regular basis will minimize your maintenance work. Add mulch when it thins out. For most gardens, a fresh application of mulch once a year will keep away unwanted weeds and nourish the soil underneath it as it decomposes. Keep an eye out for pests. Early detection means damage can be mitigated by removing an infected piece of the plant or the entire plant itself before it spreads. Try easy solutions first. Knock off insects with a hard stream of water. If that doesn't work, you can try insecticidal soaps, organic pest solutions, and as a last resort, chemical pesticides. Chemicals, whether they're fertilizers or pesticides, have harmful side effects to the organics in your soil, and they can contaminate water that escapes your property, eventually ending up in our ocean, lakes, and streams, so use them sparingly and only as needed. Pull unwanted weeds. They compete with your plants for water and nutrients. Keep your irrigation in good working order. Check frequently for leaks and repair them promptly. A broken irrigation head can waste a lot of water. Irrigation heads near heavily trafficked hardscape are particularly prone to damage.
Irrigation maintenance is the single most overlooked issue with an irrigation system. These are not things that you can leave in the ground and forget about. You should be checking your sprinklers at least 4 times a year, and probably more frequently, certainly out at the curb in the street.
Adjust spray heads to prevent overspray on hardscape. This not only saves water, but extends the life of your hardscape.
This is a sprinkler head on a swing joint. We use this because it's flexible, so if it's stepped on or driven over, it won't break. That flexibility means it can move out of alignment. If a sprinkler is tilted, it's shooting water into the ground on one side and up in the air on the other. That means one area is getting too much water and another area is too dry, so we straighten it. We also need to check the angle of the nozzle. If it's at a 90-degree corner and out of alignment, the sidewalk gets the water, so we turn it to irrigate the landscape. Also, make sure the sprinkler isn't blocked by plant material. Move the plant out of the way of the sprinkler and make sure you have a clear path for the water to hit all of the plants.
In drip irrigation, you're also looking for breaks and leaks in the drip lines.
Rodents can chew the pipe. The compression fittings can come apart. You want to absolutely find those quickly because often those are pretty big leaks.
Typically, drip lines need to be flushed every year.
If you've done it properly, you've installed a flush valve. You can get automatic flush valves that will flush every time the system turns itself off. And you can also install nothing more than just a ball valve at the end of the circuit. And you run the system for a few minutes, allowing the water to shoot out. And that gets a lot of the sediments and fines out of the system.
As your trees and plants grow, expand the drip lines to accommodate growing roots. And don't forget to adjust your watering schedule with the change of seasons.
After a power outage, check your controller to see if it's defaulted to factory settings instead of your Watersmart settings. To avoid this, replace your battery once a year.
The amount of work, it's different. Now the work that has to be done, I can do. I don't have to hire someone to do it. I was able to cut my gardening bill in half because I don't need someone to go outside and fertilize, mow every week, etc. There's no garden waste out there. I'm not generating it. The things that are left to do are weed, fertilize, make sure things are getting enough water or not too much water, and adding and subtracting plants. But it's gratifying to me to see. I didn't do a lot of decorative stuff, but I picked small succulents to go around certain areas. And sure enough, they're doubling in size.
Yep.
They're growing offshoots, they're flowering, stuff that I never thought I would see.
The Watersmart Landscape Makeover Program is designed to empower you to create your own low-water landscape. It's all about giving you the tools to design a beautiful and livable landscape that will thrive in our region.
And it gave me the confidence that I could pull this off. And the best thing, I had neighbors come up to me and go, who did you hire to design this? And I went,
You have enormous potential to save water and leave the region better than you found it. Being water smart protects natural resources and the environment. It's lifestyle friendly, it's beautiful, low maintenance, and flexible. Most important, you can balance your water use and still have a landscape you love.